Alright, gente, what's up? RosauraxRosaxSalvaje with you, your host with HayStack Mujer. And we have somebody today, special guest, special human, special awesome person that is going to tell us all about his work, Mr. Malcolm Halcrombe.
Hey, what's
Yo.
up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Peace out there. Paz mi gente.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were talking before we started shooting, and we were talking about a lot of different things. Spirituality, just growing businesses, growing your art form. We were talking about how I seen him at Raza Day at San Jose State. I don't remember what year it was, 2014, 2015, something like that. Pero he was performing with Andrew Biggs, and it's like, okay, who is that Malcolm as opposed to Malcolm of 2018, because I feel like hopefully there's been growth and hopefully there's been improvement, and I feel like there has been. And so being able to get that story from in your own words, right?
Yeah. Damn, the difference between that Malcolm and now. It's funny because there's always like something that stays consistent, and I think the consistency is just like trying to act from my heart, I think I was acting from my heart then, and I still act from my heart now. And the thing with acting from my heart is that I learn new things, so my heart might be somewhere 3 years ago, and it might be somewhere different now, and it's going to be somewhere different 3 years from now, but I'm still going to be like acting on the heart. And I think the vibration of like working from that, people become familiar with that vibration. So even if I'm not doing the same thing, it's like people still feel the same way around me. People still like, oh, that's still Malcolm. He hasn't changed. He hasn't done, But I've changed a lot. I've changed a lot.
So what does that mean to like act from the heart, and how do you get into that vibration, right? Because sometimes it's difficult for people to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Because you get so influenced from like outside forces of like, you have to be like this, you have to be like that. People try to put you in boxes all the time. So it's like, how do you learn to do that if you've never been taught? Maybe for some people, maybe you were taught.
Right. It's a good question. I think just you gotta find yourself. They say find your center. They say find nirvana. You gotta find that thing within you, like we were talking earlier, that thing that within you that is not influenced by any of your emotions, and that's not influenced by anything that you think you feel, like no feelings. It's just like that spot, like maybe late night when you're just laying in your bed and you just feel like freedom. You're not asleep, you're not really all the way awake, but you're just like lightweight there. That's yourself. And it's finding that, and it becomes real clear the more you start shedding the fat. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, and for me, the beginning of shedding the fat was just simply like turning off the TV. When I was like 16, 17, I got Fruity Loops 4, which is a beat making software, and I just started making beats, like going stupid on the beats. And I was sick. I was sick for a whole week, 1 week from high school, and that whole week I just made beats all day, every day, to the point where like having the TV on was just a distraction for me. And then I started collecting records, and then the TV was just a waste of space in the room. So then I just got rid of the TV and I just focused on like music and just making beats, just getting better at it, learning the craft. But I noticed definitely that turning off the television was like the first step in me realizing how big of an influence a lot of the fat has on me. So then I just got really obsessed with like trimming the fat, like any material thing I think I thought I needed, I was like, here, let me try to do without it, and that could even be as small as like not having like the new cell phone, you know what I'm saying? That could be like something like just not watching TV, not having a MySpace,
And it sounds like the music became something way more important to you, and you were willing to cut away things that you just felt like, this is not important, this isn't worth my time. Like, I only have 24 hours in the day. There's only so much I could dedicate to my music and beat making and producing. So it sounds like you really had this moment of like, okay, I'm gonna let other stuff go that don't have to do with music. And you had that kind of music kind of shifted into your priority.
Yeah.
What was your like? Who did you listen to? Who was your influence? What introduced you to beat making? Like how did you even know that Fruity Loop core was a thing to use to like produce music?
Yeah. So my partner Brian, he made he used to make trance music, DJ Burst, but now he does like film score stuff. So he was always real handy on the computers and real nasty with like knowing what's new and like new softwares and this and that. Mm-hmm. So he actually gave me Fruity Loops through AIM, you know, instrument. He gave it to me through AIM and I installed it. Like I'm pretty computer savvy too, so I just installed it and I just started from there. And I'll just be making beats. Really my just to start, I was just making